Okay, here I am with my gate project. I put a railing on the deck. It's a fiberon stuff. It's a PVC composite. The problem is with the gates, you know, if you make them out of wood, they always sag or rack, and this stuff has no structural integrity, and I wanted it to match. So what I did is I bought some steel, and I'm making a steel core for it. Right now it's just a mock-up, but that's going to eventually get screwed to it. And the fencing comes with these plastic inserts that go inside these balusters, and they normally have something that protrudes up into this about an inch, but of course I couldn't have that because I had the steel there, so I had to cut them off. So I bought some epoxy, cut them off, and then epoxied them in, and that worked out well. And then I could slip this over, and what I have to do now is slide this whole section onto the end of this steel as a unit, because once it's together you're not going to be able to get the balusters in or out. And then the last thing I have to do is weld on this end piece and put a cap on it, and then it should be done. And then paint the raw steel white in the back. This is the part that's going to get connected to the hinges. Alright, I got the fiberon pieces put together now. They're all clipped in. You can see how I modified this because it's not the bottom. I had to cut the bottom out so that can slide over the bottom steel rail there. So that will just rest on top of the steel. And then the inner piece up here gets the steel channeled through it like I showed before. So it's time to mock this up, get this set. There's a steel seat channel. Recently has been this deck railing that I put up. It's fiberon product. The iPay deck, and that went up fairly easy. But when it came to the gate, I didn't want to make a wooden gate because they rack and get distorted, and you can't make it out of this fiberon because it's not structural. So what I did, I got some thunderstorms rolling in. What I did is I made a steel undercarriage frame for this. You can see this side view right here. This is all steel. I painted this up, and then underneath here is another steel bar that runs the length of the gate, and I cut the fiberon piece to fit over it, so it's more or less capping a steel subframe, and that way the gate has some strength. The middle balusters are fiberon, or the plastic, and I had to glue them in place because the clips that come with the railing usually pop up through the bottom of this piece, but since I have my steel insert in there, I couldn't do that. So I had to cut them. You can't see them, but there's a plastic insert up there. I had to cut the top off so it would penetrate through, and then I just used some epoxy and glued it in place. I did that because I wanted to keep down the weight, because I'm using normal gate hinges and I didn't want to stress them too much. Still missing some hardware because I'm not finalized yet. Used stainless steel, drilled and tapped into that steel bar. Again, not finalized, but getting there. This is a bar I made, welded up, just as a mounting piece. Eventually what I'm going to do is take a piece of PVC, shape it to the edge of this profile, and cap it off so that this side of the gate will be finished and look complete, so you don't see into the end of the frame. I got to do that on both sides. And then those hinges are self-adjusting for automatic return, and then I have to put a latch on over here, and then I'm pretty much complete. So that was my project last week. Now we're gonna get some thunderstorms here.